I am Superman of Doom. The people of the Motherland have come, and fortunately I am Superman of Doomsday Chapter 53. Tifa's soft and delicate face remained unchanged, and she spoke in a determined tone. Chen Hong shook his head and sighed secretly. Whether the guy would come back, she didn't know. But the eldest lady is obviously completely fallen. It's not right, the eldest lady was already lost. 300 kilometers away from the site of the nuclear explosion in the city center. A large truck full of survivors was still evacuating on the road. And they could more clearly see that the truck was shaking under the shaking of the earth by a bright light and explosion cloud that erupted from the location of Tianhe City. A huge mushroom cloud stretched out all the white mist, rushing from the surface to the end of the sky. It was a terrifying and spectacular scene. Those monsters must all be blown up by now. Someone in the car spoke out with hatred. But our home is gone. There are also people with dull eyes and no hope for the future. As soon as these words came out, many survivors fell silent. Starting today, 90% of the citizens of Tianhe City will be homeless, and many others will lose their loved ones and everything, which is a tragedy. Thankfully, we're still alive, aren't we? There are also people who talk to themselves a word of comfort. Sitting on the periphery of the truck compartment, Pan Hu supported the frame, looking at the scene caused by the nuclear explosion in the distance. And subconsciously thought of the existence of humanoid bone spurs he saw before, and the other party was also buried with those monsters. But at this time, Pan Hu suddenly froze again, and his mind vaguely appeared in the open space of the military base at noon, and Yu Guang accidentally peeked at a side of the presence of powerful bone spurs. It was like a gray and white bone mask, but the mask lacked a small opening, and you could see a small part of the face, an inexplicably familiar part of the face. Before leaving, the other party seemed to nod to himself, and then jumped up, violently and devastated towards the sheep-like giant. This can't be. Pan Hu opened his eyes sharply and looked dead in the direction of Tianhe City, which was shrouded in mushroom explosion clouds. At this time, Eastern Jurisdiction, Tianlong Kunlun, Supernatural Headquarters. The underground command hall, which houses hundreds of people, was silent, and everyone was looking at the screen of the command hall, which was showing the perspective of near-Earth satellites, bomb fighters, and the observation tower of the city near Tianhe City. Through different real-time viewing angles, the scene situation in TRW City can be observed remotely, so as to confirm the effectiveness of the nuclear bomb drop. It's just that now all the real-time remote view pictures can only see the mushroom cloud rising from the center of the city, replacing the previous fog that shrouded everything in the city. It takes a certain amount of time to wait for the cloud of nuclear explosions to disperse. Don't worry, it's a 1,000-ton nuclear bomb. Even the largest and powerful fog monster can't carry it. Some researchers speak confidently. However, as soon as these words fell, the real-time picture of the scene changed drastically. Visible, under the setting sun. The mushroom cloud caused by the nuclear bomb previously spread out the white fog that was scattered, and suddenly spread outward from the center of the mushroom cloud. And the fog swallowed the mushroom cloud that had not yet dispersed at a very fast speed, and then spread out like a tide, and soon re-enveloped the city covered by the previous fog. No, it hasn't stopped yet. The thick and strange white fog continued to spread, covering more widely than before, until it enveloped the entire original site of Tianhe City and the surrounding area of hundreds of miles. In the headquarters base, everyone was dumbfounded, and all stood in place. Fear spreads and breathes in the heart like a haunting fog. Damn it. This is definitely an SS-level invasion event, a zone annihilation crisis. Even the nuclear bomb is ineffective, and the Dragon Girl's body has problems again. What should we do? Eastern Bailiwick, Kunlun Underground, a underground palace thousands of meters below. A middle-aged man with white sideburns came here under the escort of 2 generals. Looking ahead, the first step has thousands of jade steps climbing, spreading to the underground palace divine platform at the end of the view. Oh Supreme God, outside, the Dragon Girl's body suddenly diamondized, and there was an SS invasion. Please send a miracle to guide the future of our Star Dragon Federation. 10 seconds later. The darkness above the underground palace divine platform faintly lit up a pair of huge vertical pupils, with tentacles more than 10 meters long swimming out from the darkness. And a huge and strange pitch-black head faintly leaned out from the darkness. God. The 2 generals trembled, but their eyes were full of fanaticism, and they did not dare to look directly, and the middle-aged man knelt directly on the ground, bursting into tears. Save us. Save the Federation. A sharp and hoarse voice echoed like thunder in the underground palace. Time. Not yet arrived. Not arriving. It turned out to be so, and it is not yet time to solve it. Quote. The middle-aged man in the suit seemed to understand whether he understood or not, and said ecstatically, I understand, I understand. He waved his hand and gave instructions, go quickly, prepare the sacrifice. And the annual quota is raised to 1,000, dedicated to God. Yes, Shangshu. The 2 generals looked at each other and could only answer. Western Bailiwick, Supernatural Headquarters. Main hall of the conference. Senior counselors, senior agents, and generals all gathered together, talking with heavy faces about the SS-level fog invasion on the eastern side. This is the first invasion in the history of the Star Dragon Federation that has been officially classified as an SS-level risk factor, and if it is not handled well, I am afraid that it will endanger the entire eastern jurisdiction. Even if the fog continues to spread, it may affect the western jurisdiction. While everyone was talking, suddenly, the door of the conference room opened. Some people frowned in displeasure, but quickly stretched, revealing joy and fanaticism, as if seeing God. It can be seen that it is a young and handsome white man with short dark blonde hair and neatly tidy, wearing a tight uniform battlesuit with a blue background, and a cape in the style of the flag of the Star Dragon Federation behind him. It's the Motherland. The people of the Motherland are coming. Also, how come there are few people from the Motherland at this meeting? For a while, the conference room of the Western base was like a large-scale fan meeting scene. Compared with the heavy and oppressive atmosphere of the meeting, the handsome man walked into the main hall with a wistful, confident smile on his face, and exuded a mature and steady charm. The people of the Motherland looked around and smiled slightly. I'm coming. So, it's okay. 0060. The people of the Motherland are now and return to the Dreamland. The Motherland spread out his hands, opened his palms and gently pressed down, and said with a relaxed smile, I just woke up for an afternoon nap, and I heard that something happened in the east. Why didn't I see something happening in the west? Quote. Suddenly, many people laughed, and the main hall of the conference was in a lively atmosphere. Because we have people from the Motherland in the west. Someone exclaimed. Ha ha, there are people from the Motherland, and they are too secure. Sure enough, the dragon girl over there in the east is not worthy of being ranked as the guardian saint alongside the people of the Motherland at all. The same cannot be said. It can only be said that the people of the Motherland are the only one. Quote. The big-hearted congresswoman shouted, I proposed before that the eastern jurisdiction should also be handed over to the Motherland to manage the invasion in a unified manner. Don't. The native shook his head and smiled, pushing his hand and refusing. I still want to sleep lazily every afternoon. On the field, there was another burst of echoed laughter. The humor under this confidence and strength made the female congressman on the field red-faced and flattering. Motherlanders, this position is yours. A senior agent immediately gestured to the main seat at the conference table. Then you're welcome. The people of the Motherland stepped forward, gently raised the Star Dragon flag cloak, and sat down confidently and domineeringly. And his sitting also made the hearts of many people on the field settle. After all, the people of the Motherland are invincible. His achievements are real, and I don't know how many Western invasions have been solved over the years. And his performance can only be described as perfect. All invasion existence is not a one-hit enemy. The people of the Motherland are the true guardian saints of the Star Dragon Federation. Someone respectfully asked, Motherlanders, what do you think of the SS-level fog incident in the east? Quote. Immediately, everyone at the meeting quieted down and looked at the handsome man on the main seat in unison. The people of the Motherland did not disappoint, smiled slightly, and said in a deep voice, after a while, the nuclear radiation will weaken somewhat, I will personally fly to the east. Quote. That's great. The people of the Motherland shot, stabilized. So reliable. Something. The people of the Motherland are really on our. Quote. Everyone. The congresswoman got up, reluctantly looked away from the Motherland, and proposed with a smile. I suggest that there is no need for the meeting to continue. It is better to change it to a banquet, and let us accept the blessings of the holy water of the Motherland. Quote. Okay. That's a good proposal. Stained with the breath of the guardian Saint Motherland, any invasion does not dare to approach. Many immediately agreed with the bow and stood up to applaud. The people of the Motherland on the main seat did not agree or refuse, always with a bright and confident logo smile on their faces, enjoying the pursuit and applause of everyone on the field. First chapter previous